Welcome to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Have you ever wondered how the study of the human mind and behavior has evolved over the centuries? How did we arrive at the understanding of psychology that we have today? The journey is long and fascinating, filled with brilliant minds, groundbreaking theories, and heated debates. In historical development of the psychology, our first topic is the origin of psychology. The history of psychology dates back to the ancient civilizations of Egypt, Persia, Greece, China, and India. Here, philosophers like Socrates, Aristotle, and Confucius pondered over questions about human behavior, knowledge, consciousness, and ethics, the pillars that would later form the foundation of psychology. Fast forward to the 17th century, the Age of Enlightenment. This era saw a shift from religious and spiritual explanations to scientific and rational ones. René Descartes, a French philosopher, introduced the concept of dualism, suggesting that the mind and body are two different entities. This marked a significant turning point, laying the groundwork for future psychological theories. In the late 19th century, a German psychologist, Wilhelm Wundt, established the first psychological laboratory in Leipzig, Germany. Known as the father of psychology, Wundt pioneered the method of introspection, studying the mind through systematic self-observation. Around the same time, Sigmund Freud, an Austrian neurologist, introduced psychoanalysis. His theories about the unconscious mind, dream analysis, and defense mechanisms changed the way we understand human behavior and mental health. In the early 20th century, the American psychologist John B. Watson gave birth to behaviorism. He argued that psychology should focus on observable behaviors rather than introspection. This led to further developments in experimental psychology and conditioning theories. Later in the 20th century, the humanistic approach emerged, led by psychologists like Carl Rogers and Abraham Maslow. They emphasized the importance of self-actualization and the pursuit of personal growth. In recent decades, cognitive psychology has gained prominence. This branch focuses on mental processes such as memory, perception, thinking, and problem-solving. It gave rise to cognitive behavioral therapy, a widely used approach in modern psychology. In conclusion, the history of psychology is a rich tapestry of evolving theories and approaches. It began with philosophical musings in ancient civilizations, moved towards scientific explanations during the Enlightenment, and saw significant developments in the 19th and 20th centuries. Today, it encompasses a wide range of perspectives, including psychoanalysis, behaviorism, humanism, and cognitive psychology. The journey of psychology reflects our relentless pursuit of understanding the human mind and behavior. And while we have made significant strides, there is always more to discover, more to understand. After all, the mind is the final frontier, the most complex and fascinating entity known to man. One can't help but wonder, what will be the next groundbreaking theory that will further our understanding of the human psyche? Only time will tell. Coming to our next topic is the development of psychology in India. Have you ever wondered how the field of psychology, a discipline deeply rooted in Western thought, evolved in the culturally diverse landscape of India? Our journey begins in the late 19th century, a period marked by the influence of British colonial rule and the introduction of Western education. As the sun rose on the 20th century, psychology in India was largely experimental. Influenced by British education, it focused on the scientific study of mental processes and behavior. Professor N.N. Sengupta and Professor G. Bose were pioneers during this time, establishing the first psychology departments at the University of Calcutta and the University of Dhaka, respectively, in the early 1920s. The 1930s and 40s saw a shift towards applied psychology. This era marked the realization that psychology could solve practical problems in areas like education, industry, and the military. The Indian Army, for example, used psychological principles to select and train its personnel during World War II. Post-independence in the mid-20th century, the focus shifted to indigenization and the development of a psychology relevant to India's unique cultural context. This period also saw the establishment of the Indian Association of Clinical Psychologists and the Indian Academy of Applied Psychology, institutions that continue to shape the field today. In the late 20th century, the field began to diversify. The rise of clinical psychology, organizational psychology, and counseling psychology reflected the country's growing mental health needs and changing societal dynamics. The Indian Council of Medical Research even established a task force on psychological research in the 1980s. As we moved into the 21st century, psychology in India has continued to evolve, marrying traditional Indian concepts with contemporary psychological theories. The emergence of positive psychology, a discipline that focuses on human strengths and virtues, is a fitting example of this synthesis. In summary, the development of psychology in India is a fascinating tale of blending Western scientific thought with the rich tapestry of Indian culture and tradition. From the early days of experimental psychology through the practical applications of the mid-century to the culturally integrated discipline we see today, psychology in India has traveled a long and nuanced journey. This journey is not just reflective of India's changing societal needs, but it also offers a unique perspective on how a Western discipline can be adapted and integrated into a non-Western context. The story of psychology in India is still unfolding, with new chapters being written every day. As the sun sets on our journey, one can only anticipate the exciting turns this story will take in the future.
And next topic is the relationships of psychology with other disciplines. Have you ever pondered how psychology, the study of the mind and behavior, intertwines with other disciplines? It's a thought-provoking concept, isn't it? The interplay between psychology and various fields of study, from sociology to biology, all the way to artificial intelligence, is indeed a fascinating exploration. Take sociology, for instance. Both psychology and sociology study human behavior, but their approach varies significantly. While psychology delves into the mental processes and individual factors that drive human behavior, sociology looks at the broader societal and group dynamics that shape it. It's like comparing a solo performance on stage to the entire production, from set design to audience reactions. Both are integral to the performance, yet they focus on different aspects. Then, we have the relationship between psychology and biology. These two disciplines intersect in the field of biopsychology, where biological processes are studied to understand their influence on psychological behaviors. Think of it as trying to understand the hardware that runs the software of our minds. It's about understanding how our brain's physical structure can influence our thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Next, consider the relationship between psychology and artificial intelligence. Now, this might seem like an odd pair, but psychology plays a crucial role in the development of AI. By understanding human cognition and behavior, we can design more sophisticated and human-like AI systems. It's like using human psychology as a blueprint to create more intuitive and intelligent machines. Now let's look at the relationship between psychology and philosophy. Both disciplines probe into the mysteries of human existence, but from different angles. While psychology uses scientific methods to understand human behavior, philosophy asks the big, unanswerable questions about our existence, morality, and the nature of reality itself. One could say philosophy asks the questions and psychology tries to find the answers. In a nutshell, psychology's relationship with each discipline provides a unique lens through which to view and understand human behavior. With sociology, it's about the societal perspective. With biology, it's about the physical basis of our behaviors. With artificial intelligence, it's about mimicking human cognition. And with philosophy, it's about exploring existential questions. So, you see, psychology isn't an isolated field. It is interconnected with numerous other disciplines, each offering unique insights into the complex tapestry of human behavior. This interdisciplinary approach not only enriches our understanding of psychology, but also allows us to apply psychological principles across various fields of study and in our daily lives. In essence, psychology is akin to a bridge, connecting various disciplines and providing a comprehensive understanding of human behavior. Whether it's sociology's societal lens, biology's physical perspective, artificial intelligence's computational approach, or philosophy's existential quest, psychology plays a pivotal role in enhancing our understanding of the human mind and behavior. Remember, an interdisciplinary approach to psychology allows us to see the bigger picture, to understand not just the how, but also the why behind human behavior. It's a fascinating journey, one that unravels the mysteries of the human mind and enriches our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. And if you feel this video is helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the Psychology and Physical Training channel. Thank you for watching.